Welcome back, everyone, to Global War 1914, Operation Albatross. This is the fall-winter of 1917 for Japan. And for purchases, we're going to finish off a cruiser for $3 and purchase 2 infantry for $6, and then we'll save $1 for next turn. For technology, we have 2 tech roles. We're going to go for improved construction and improved logistics. All right, construction will be the brown die, and logistics will make the green. Both at a 7 or higher. All right, so we get logistics, but we fail in construction. So we stay at stage 2 for construction and move to stage 2 for logistics. All right, combat moves. Really the only thing we have going on here is to load up 2 Marines or 2 naval infantry and 2 regular infantry on these 2 naval transports, and we're going to combat move down and try to take Portuguese East Africa. And that's all I believe that we have. Okay. So there's no terrain penalty. Now, if I believe if he gets a hit with his colonial infantry to 2 or less, we have to suffer, we have to lose 2 infantry. I guess we could take 1 naval infantry. I don't know if you're forced to take double casualties first. I know amphibious assault units have to be taken as casualties first before land units if there is a combined assault going on from the sea and from land. So, but in terms of like having to take double casualties first as priority, I don't think that's the case. But if we do elect to take an infantry as a casualty, then it's going to have to suffer a double casualty. So I think in this case, we'll likely just pick to lose the naval infantry. Okay, so there's no terrain penalty. And we will have 2 infantry and 2 naval infantry both attacking at 2s. And no hits. And then he has a return fire at a 2. And he doesn't get a hit either. All right, so we are going to be forced to retreat back to I4? No, I1. And we will have to stay there for the time being. All right, so these 2 naval transports come down to I1, and they will be loaded up with these units here. Okay. I think, I don't know, I mean, maybe this is overly cautious, but I was going to move these torpedo boat destroyers into the Eastern Med Sea, but I think I'm going to keep them with these naval transports. I don't know, I think it's a psychological thing. I don't like to keep naval transports, if at all possible, I don't like to keep them unescorted. So these 3 torpedo boat destroyers will come down to I1. Okay. And then up here, we have a coastal sub that will come over 1 into I7, and then a naval transport that will come over 1, 2, 3. Unfortunately, there's not, well, he can only move 2. So he's going to go here. He's going to go into port into Aden. And these guys will temporarily be dropped off there. That's British-owned territory. And I'll get an import marker for him. All right. And then further to the east, we have a couple of ships to move here. A pre-dreadnought can move up to 2 spaces because of the major naval facility. So 1, 2, the Allied major naval facility, that is. And then 1 coastal sub will come down 1 into P50, and he will be joined by this Dreadnought out of Kyushu. He can move up to 3 spaces with starting from a major port. And he will settle there in P50 with that coastal sub. All right, let's place some units. Need to get my import marker back because we get to place down our cruiser. He will go there in Kyushu, and 2 regular infantry will also be deployed in Kyushu. Okay, so our base income is 8, and let's see how much bonus we will get. $4, okay, not too bad. So that will put us up to 12, and we saved $1, so we will have 13 in the bank for next turn. That will do it for Japan. And next up will be the United States. Thanks so much for watching, and until next time, take it easy. Bye for now.